Hello, welcome back to Felix Electrical. Okay, so last week we didn't do a Top Tip Tuesday because I was a little bit annoyed at the fact that my electric provider sent me a bill, and not only have they been charging me standing charges for gas, which I've been banging on to them since January to actually come and take their meter back because I've not been using gas since then. It's also transpired that when I went for a fixed rate to a variable rate, somehow £200 managed to appear on my bill, which shouldn't be there. So I'm now having to go through the painstaking process of talking to these people to get them to actually realise that they've made a mistake. This is something that we deal with constantly. We help a lot of our clients out with this. I think the worst one we've had, one of our clients contacted us and asked us to take a look at her bill because she was in disputes with her electric company because there was a difference of £1,600. So we sat down, we took a look, and basically what happened was when one of the people who read the meters came out to their property and they read the meter, they actually recorded the wrong number. And as a result, the electric company tried to charge our client an extra £1,600. So when we sat down and went through it all and we found a discrepancy, we gave our client the information and the ammunition to go back and fight her case, and she successfully got them to drop the charge for £1,600. So now my mind's in a better place because, like I said, last week I was a bit furious because nobody likes having their pants pulled down. I thought the best thing for me to do today is to actually have a chat with you about your electric bills and how to better understand it to budget for your month's spending and everything like that. Okay, so with every bill, it's broken down into 2 or 3 parts. This is only dealing with the electric side. We're not talking about the gas side, although gas is pretty similar to electric when it comes to charging. So the first thing we have to look at is a thing called the standing charge. Now, what is a standing charge? Basically, standing charge is a fee that the utility companies charge us for the privilege of using their service. Okay, now these standing charges will vary from every different company to postcode to businesses. They really, it's not one charge for all. It's basically whatever the utility company decide they want to charge you, that is what they're going to charge you. Okay, I was watching GB News this morning, and on there it was saying that a theatre who had their standing charges were 50p a day have now been increased to £3 a day. That is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, but we need to keep an eye on this because with the standing charges, if we don't take it into account, then when we try and budget for what we're using, we could be caught off guard. Okay, so my standing charge is 41p per day. Okay, now how do I work out monthly how much that costs? It's quite simple. What I do is I take 41p, I times it by 7, I times that answer by 52, and then I divide it by 12. Okay, now this gives me a average value. It's not an accurate value, it is an average value. Okay, so with that formula, that will come in at £12.44 per month. Now, the other way you can calculate your standing charges is quite simply taking your 41 pence and timesing it by the amount of days in the month. So if we look at this month, we've got 31 days in a month. So our standing charges for this month will be £12.71. So as you can see, it's just a little bit higher than the average one. But then if we look at February, with February, that's about £11.44. So this is why I always tend to use the first formula, because it just gives it a nice average breakdown. Okay, so the second part of your electric bill is the actual rate that you get charged per kilowatt. So for every 1,000 watts that we consume, like with the kettle, we went through that the other week and we said how much that consumes. So for every 1,000 watts that you consume, you'll get charged a certain amount. Now on my bill, I get charged 35 pence per kilowatt. Okay. Now, if you are fully electric, then you'll be on a thing known as Economy 7. We have literally just got ourselves an electric car. So what we'll be doing now is we'll be contacting British Gas and we'll be asking them, to come and change our meter. Because we was on gas and electric, and now we've gone fully electric, and now we've gone to fully electric where we've got a piece of equipment which is drawing a large amount of energy every time we want to charge it. We want to maximise our savings. So to do this, we go on Economy 7, which means during off-peak hours, we pay a reduced amount. Okay, so our day rate will be 35p. Our off-peak rate will be 27p. So again, for every kilowatt you use, when you're off-peak, you'll get charged 27p. Now, this is the bit which nobody really tells you about. Every single company or utility provider, their off-peak rate times are not the same. That means that if you go on the general rule of thumb of midnight till 7 p.m, you could potentially be charging your storage heaters, your cars, your water tanks at the wrong time. So what you need to do is you need to contact your utility company, give them your postcode, because again, ME postcode could have a different off-peak charging time to a CT postcode. Yeah. So you need to contact your utility company and ask them, when does your off-peak time start? Because that is when you want to set all your timers up. So you want to set your timers up for your storage heaters, set your timers up for your car charging, set your timers up for water tanks. Everything which is going to consume all the juice, that's when you want to get it set up. Like my wife's even talking about doing all the washing and the tumble drying, everything else during the off-peak time, because the more we consume during there, then the less we pay because it's a reduced rate. So, okay, so those are the aspects that you need to take into account. Now, with all the videos that we've been doing, we're basically giving you the tools so you can understand and calculate how much kilowatts you're consuming. We can't go on the utility smart meter way of telling us what we're consuming, because even though they're called a smart meter, they are the furthest thing from it. Okay, these things are an absolute pain in the backside. I spend hours and hours and hours with my clients dissecting where these things have gone wrong, either by the technology not sending back the right information or whatever, or through human error. So we need to control how much we are spending. And from what I'm hearing through all the streams of information is that it's going to get a lot worse. And in my experience, when something goes up, it does not come down. So I can really understand and realise why people are saying I'm choosing between heating and eating, because even where me and my wife are really quite responsible with how we consume our energy, we are now starting to feel the pinch, and we know how to use it. So for everybody out there who doesn't know how much certain things cost, we want to help you. And with this information, this will help you. If you know how much your oven costs, if you know how much it costs to charge a phone, if you know how much an Xbox costs, then you can plan. What we're trying to say is, don't stop doing what you're doing. We all live, we all need our ways of switching off and enjoying life, and also just general day-to-day living. But for us to minimise on our expenses, we need to understand how to work out what we're consuming. Okay, so please share this content with everybody you know, because they will need to know it. Please subscribe, because when we start, when we give you more videos, obviously you're gonna want to take note of what we're saying, because it's going to be really nice, relevant stuff. Yeah, and everything we're doing is going to help you budget for your consumption of electricity. All right. So once again, thank you for coming to us and watching our videos. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.